What's up, guys? I hope that you're having a super wonderful day. I'm having an okay day, if I'm being completely honest, like I like to do with you guys. I'm feeling kind of stuck here lately because I don't feel like anybody is seeing like anything on my channel. Um, my channel's kind of like stopped growing altogether. I haven't had a new subscriber in like 2 months, and I've actually lost subscribers. So I will tell you this: I knew that starting my own YouTube channel was going to be very difficult, and I knew that it was going to take time. But I've just been like really in my feelings lately about it because feel like I'm doing everything that I can, and like it's not growing at all, and it's kind of like disheartening, and I just feel very defeated right now. But I just wanted to get that out there and off my chest because that's how I feel, and honesty is the best policy. And just having that clarity and that you always know what's going on with me, as I can maybe know what's going on with some of you sometimes. So but I will not like wallow in it. This video is not about me. It's not about feeling pitiful. This video is actually about why I cannot be a luxury minimalist. Now, Yota did this. I've been so inspired by Yota lately. She just always has like a very specific point of view that I gravitate towards and that I latch onto so much. I find myself just like screaming and like yes and all that stuff at her videos, especially whenever she's talking about the community and things that she says. I love so much, and some of the things that she says just really hits me deep. But again, I'm not here to be like emotional or anything. She just did a video on this topic of why she can't be a luxury minimalist. I will link her video below. I just want to say that if you are a luxury minimalist, good for you, girl. I support that for you. It has just never been on my radar. But like, if we're being super clear and honest with ourselves, I'm not a minimalist with anything. For instance, these are my hats. I don't even know how many hats are here. And these aren't all of them. The last time I counted, I had like 65 or 70 hats. But before I started this channel, I kind of like went in and like got rid of everything. I got rid of like 15 or 20 hats. I sold like 8 bags. I sold like a handful, 10 or so, of like SLG and wallets. I collect a lot of things, but I'm also not afraid to purge and not afraid to get rid of things that I once like held dear. Because at the end of the day, the most important things are being healthy and your family and things like that. So even though we love all these other things. So there's that. Now, I know exactly what it is for me, why I can't be a luxury minimalist. And that is just because I'm always like chasing the new bag or chasing the new wallet or fragrance or notebook or whatever it may be. I'm also that way with other things in my life. Coffee mugs. I have about 200 coffee mugs. Why? Nobody needs that many, Kevin. They all just tell a story, And something that Yota said that really, really got me was, I don't feel the same every day when I wake up. I don't always want to wear something bright and like flashy and have them, a monogram bag. I don't always feel like that. But on the other end of that, sometimes I wake up and I just am full of self-confidence and I feel great and I feel good. And I want to put on every logo that I own. And I want to be that, be that bitch, I guess, if you will. But moving forward, and the way she said that, like, perfectly, like, resonated, like, how I feel. I'm not the same person every day. I don't feel the same every day about stuff. I don't want to be just sequestered to, like, one kind of feeling or one kind of box or one kind of bag. Listen, if you are somebody that only has, like, 2 handbags, or like a work bag and like a going out bag, that's totally fine. You do you. I support it. I'm glad that you have that kind of self-control. I just do not. Now, get back to what I was saying. Yeah, like I have like 200 coffee cups, and it's just because I like to rotate them out. I got one for every day of the year almost. Every day of the week, just how I'm feeling. I use different ones for tea, different ones for coffee. If I'm really, really tired, I got big ones that I can use. And that also goes on to, like I've mentioned, socks. I've got probably 70 pair of socks in my sock drawer. Kevin, there's only 7 days in a week. How do you manage to wear all them? I just love, and my big thing is like Halloween socks, because I'm a Halloween baby. My birthday is October 27th. And I've just always really been into Halloween. That's my jam. So that's why I'm always repping Halloween. That's just my jam. I physically have pumpkin socks on today. It's just one of those things. And for instance, like with the hats and with the coffee cups, I love toys and I love game consoles. As I mentioned earlier, before I started the channel, I got rid of a bunch of handbags and things like that. Well, I went from 22 game consoles down to like 16 or 17. I think that's pretty good. And I didn't feel like any way about it. I knew that I needed to get rid of some stuff. And I did it. And now I have room for like more stuff. Also, I really, really love toys and action figures. And I'm gonna show you a picture of my old toy room before we move into the place that we're living now. I don't know if you all have like kids or you're like familiar with Monster High. Mattel made this widely popular toy line, Monster High, in like 2009. Basically, the whole thing was all the Universal monsters. They had kids. They all went to school, and it was this widely huge, successful toy line. And it died for a couple years. It's starting to make it come back a little, but they're focusing more on like limited edition or like special dolls. They're not so much wide release anymore, and it's turned into this whole like weird thing. And it's kind of a reason that I've taken a back seat to being a toy collector, because the fun kind of got taken out of it. Anyway, I digress. But I will, like I said, I put that picture up so you all can see my toy room before we moved into the place that we're at now. Now, I had over 500 of these Monster High dolls. 500. It was a very big ordeal. So whenever we moved, I had to kind of remember why I started collecting in the first place, and really like reel it in, because I started with like 5 or 6, and then I just went down a fire hole or a rabbit hole. So whenever we moved here, I had to get rid of pretty much everything. I now have this one bookshelf and then these cubby spaces. I still have a few, but I've always loved like X-Men figures and stuff. Power Rangers, all that stuff I had when I was a kid. Most of the reason that I have always been so fanatic about it, and I guess like this pours over into I'm so sorry, guys. Why that pours over into luxury and how I can bring this conversation back to luxury is whenever I was a kid, like 12 or 13, my mom just, I guess she decided that I was too old, so she got rid of all of my action figures, all of my comic books, like everything. All my limited edition stuff, everything that was like signed by author, all the stuff that she paid for, she just went in and like got rid of everything. So I grew up for a long time like harboring a lot of hate and a lot of animosity and a lot of confusion and things like that because it wasn't something that I can control, and I never wanted to be in a position again growing up where if I wanted something that it would be tossed out or something without me having control of it. And that's a very like deep-rooted issue, and that's kind of like followed me throughout my whole life. I've said several times how much or how long that I've loved luxury, but it was just kind of a natural transition to collect more luxury than anything else. At this point, it's just like a grown-up thing. I still love action figures. I still enjoy toy photography when I'm inspired. I haven't been inspired in a while, and I think that's a very, very valid feeling to have. As you all know, with my scent of the day, I have an array of scents, and it's kind of like the bag thing too. I don't, I don't wake up wanting to feel the same scent every day. So I don't know. With all that said, in conclusion, if you've been able to stay with me at all here, I just cannot be a luxury minimalist because I just can't. I like bags. I like to have things. I like to work hard.
Sorry, I don't know that.
I like to work hard and show what I have. It's kind of like, being covered in tattoos. It makes me feel good. I don't have like a strange mental disorder. I don't have, all these things that come along with luxury collectors or of collectors of any kind. I'm for the most part, I'm a happy person despite my crippling anxiety, but that doesn't come from, I don't try to feel that by collecting bags, because I still feel the way that I feel regardless of if I've bought something new or not. So I hope that you all got something out of this, can relate to my story. I just wanted to get that out there. I'm doing this thing where I talk with my hands. Sorry. So yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I appreciate you guys so much for sticking around. If you've gotten this far, please make sure that you've liked this video. Please leave me a comment, and just send me lots of love, because I am kind of down in the dumps about my channel right now, but I will not dwell on it. Please love yourselves, love each other. Please say something nice to a stranger. I love you guys so much. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.